I got mad because I was a virgin when I was with her. She cheated on me. She got pregnant. I found her on MySpace, and she turned out to be a blood and a stripper. And a gang member and a stripper. Wow, boy, I sure know how to pick them.
Oh my God, that's so sexy.
I know, yo.
That's so sexy.
Yo.
Coffee will give me anxiety. Like just smelling it will give me anxiety. I'm really sensitive to coffee. I'm really sensitive to caffeine.
Really?
Yeah, but there was a period where I would shake if I had coffee, and my stomach would just be fucking tied in knots. Mm-hmm. And then I quit drinking, and I could drink coffee again.
Are you still? You're not on that though.
No,
I was like, wait.
I'm partying hard as fuck. I just got on a regiment so I could keep partying.
Really?
Yeah. I went to one of those longevity doctors so I could get like party harder.
He's like, okay, now he's like, this is what you need to do to enhance your life already. Yeah.
I had so I went. I feel weird about blowing up their spots. I don't know, but they're great. I went with Rogan to this place called Ways to Wellness out of Austin, and we got stem cells and intravenous stem cells, and it was fucking awesome. I felt fucking phenomenal.
Where did they inject them at?
Into your arm?
Oh.
Yeah, and this woman. I'm always skeptical because I like. There's been such a taboo.
Yeah.
There's been such a taboo about talking about stuff like this, but I'm so open and honest that I don't know where the line goes. But like, there's this awesome woman who injected me that day, Denise, and she said, "So you look dehydrated," and I said, "I am." And she said, "Well, let me just get you with some fluids," and then she loaded me up with fluids. And then she said, we should do your blood work and see where you're at, where your levels are at. And I was, the way you talk to a doctor privately, right. I said, "Thank you so much, Rachel." I said, I'm afraid to do that because I've been partying a lot and I don't want my numbers to come back and then you to think that that's the way I am. But like, I'm on a tear right now.
Right.
And it's not normally this bad. Like It was when I was going to do 2 bears every 2 days. We'd go on the road Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fly into Austin Monday, do 2 bears Monday, Tuesday, go back on the road Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was like just a beast of a schedule.
Your liver is just like, I need a break.
My liver needed a break bad. It was right before Sober October. And so I'd said to her privately, like, I'm just concerned. I don't want to get my numbers like crazy. And you to tell me I got to stop partying.
You didn't want her to know your drinking body count.
Yeah,
your body count for drinking, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I get normal, like December, I get normal, like just a normal cardiologist appointment, and I get blood work, and so I just sent it to her, and her and this guy Brigham, and they were like, "Yeah, it's not too bad. We can definitely enhance, get you to healthier." Like my inflammation was high. I think the shit that gives you gout was high. I don't know. I'm not a good listener, so I don't know. I just said
So
fix
good.
it. I just said fix it. And they sent me some vitamins and some shots, some testosterone, and I started doing it, and I feel fucking phenomenal.
Now you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
I wake up. That's the part that hasn't kicked in yet. They say that you wake up like you're in high school with a rock hard dick.
Oh, really? Oh man, that's I guess I don't need pump. I don't need to get pumped then. It just happens naturally.
Dude, what's it like? What's it like being? Are you single?
I'm not married. I'm not married. I just, you know what? I'm definitely taking this year to recalibrate everything, and I mean, like, just if it's not, I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm just
fuck. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah,
because that's what I did when I got definitely not successful, but like when I dedicated my life, I've been in like a bunch of shit relationships. When I was 26, I said, I'm not fucking dating anyone until I figure my shit out and I get some success underneath me, or at least get myself going in the right direction.
Yeah.
So that I deserve. I remember thinking until I need to deserve someone.
Absolutely.
And man, that was the best. That was the funnest time of being an adult.
Here's something else too that you're not doing anybody any favors by prolonging things that aren't substantive to, your spirit, your time, anything. So why even give people certain access to you when you're not going to be dealing with them in the way that they're hoping and expecting to?
Well, that's a grown up thought.
So I'm like, I'm just going through the Pokedex and being like, yeah, no, not you.
So then what's it like? Because I've been out of the game, and I never actually was in the game, to be honest with you. I was watching it.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Wait, you never wild out? You wild out.
No.
You never wild out.
I've only had sex with 6 chicks.
Get the what?
Yeah.
You making me feel like one of the current lady rappers. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're making me feel like, really? 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have. So I
Jesus.
could break it down for you, and this is what I think. This is where it comes down to.
Okay.
When I lost my virginity, it wasn't a good experience. It was like I was humiliating experience. Yeah.
Wait, did you get pegged or something? Like, what happened? How was it?
Well, it was a bunch of guys. It was called a devil's threesome. So no, it was. I mean, everything went wrong. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. I'm sorry you have to hear this, Rachel. I bet you've heard this in the past. I didn't know how to put on a condom. So let's start there.
Okay.
I get her totally naked. We had just watched Pet Sematary. We were at her best friend's divorced dad's pussy house where he would bring chicks.
Hey, look, I like to, after Tears of the Sun, I'm just rock hard. I'm just ready to go.
Mr. Holland's Opus just makes me hard as fuck.
You know, Concussion did it for me. It was, oh man. Yeah, just something about tell the truth. That was just, to me.
I mean, if you want to turn me on, Schindler's List is like the fucking go-to. Just the way that they're like, he's gonna kill us.
Mine is, Glory. Oh my gosh, man. Just seeing all of those,
dude,
all those people being treated
Tim,
so unfairly.
Remember the Titans is just this is a fun game. I can do this for fucking hours.
Just keep going and just keep tagging it. Okay, but all right. So it was
Pet Cemetery. Right. We go into the bedroom and I get her totally naked. I pull my pants down to my ankles. I still have my baseball jacket on. I have my hat on, and I don't put the condom on correctly. My number one mistake is I unrolled it.
Oh,
and then as I went, I thought they slid on. I'd always envisioned that it would like slide onto there.
Yeah,
I never realized you roll it onto there. You
thought it was automatic.
Yeah, like you just. Like my mom rolls my socks up. That's how my brain went. So, and what happened is there's air trapped in there. So as I'm pushing, it's inflating, and I'm going like, and I'm panicking because I'm going. I'm sure we got a time crunch on this.
Yeah.
Before she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. I'm making balloon animals down here. And so then I go out. I have to go out and get another condom. Because I don't. This one now doesn't work. It's defective.
Was it? Wait, was it? It was Magnum, right? You had a Magnum.
No, it was regular, just regular condom. And so I unrolled it, and as I went to pull it, it's just the air was trapped, and I couldn't push it over. So I go out. I put on the second condom. This one's good.
Right.
I get on top of her, and legit within 5 seconds,
it was over.
And then she says, "Are you gonna put it in?" And I realized my dick is between her butt cheek and the bed.
Oh,
never even.
What's that Chappelle thing with his? Any part of the body that gets smushed together can be used as coochie. It's like, so you had leg coochie. That's what you had, Brett. You had some leg. Bert, you have some leg coochie, Bert. That's what you had, man. It's like right there.
Yeah. So that was my initiation, and then I had
and only 5 more after that.
And then I had full-blown sex with her after I had a compromised condom, which led to a lot of panic attacks of like, I don't think this is how it's supposed to work. It was such a nightmare. It was such a nightmare, top to bottom, that I said I'm not going to do this again until I'm in love with a chick.
Yeah.
Because I was in love with her, but then she cheated on me with my best friend, and then I was devastated, and her there's so much more to this of like my behavior. Like when I got cheated on, I played a victim. I wasn't a man about it, and I was like, shit happens. And then next chick I dated in high school or in college, I had sex with a chick in college freshman year. So I was 17. At 18, I had sex with a chick in college, and I dated her for like 5 years in college.
Oh wow!
And then we broke. She cheated on me with my best friend, and then oddly enough, same guy. And so, yeah, I know.
He's just the ghost of a friend Coochie just looming in the background.
He's
just waiting.
He's changed a lot.
Really.
And so, and then I had this. Then I dated another girl right after her, and so there's 3 right there. And then I have two in New York, and then my wife.
Dude, what's so funny is our stories about the first time having. I mean, okay, now mine was the direct opposite.
Yeah,
I mean, it was when I say direct opposite, like I put in work. Like she didn't think I was because I was watching. I was studying tapes.
See, I wish I jerked off before.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I wish I had. I wish that would have been a good move.
You got to do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But and what I would do earlier, I wouldn't put any lotion on, so I would just the hand. So I was used. So it would take a lot for me to get off.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, but you can go longer. So you be in there for
that's so smart.
Hours just going.
Who taught you that? Like a cousin?
No, I just got told by the divine sex spirit. It was just talk to me. It was like this, and it just, hey, this is what you do. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So
I'm still fast. I'm still with my wife.
Really?
Still. I had an orgasm one night, probably a couple months ago, that was so fast she laughed. She laughed out loud and said, quote unquote, and I put this on in my special, Razzle Dazzle. She goes, shit, I don't think you could have gotten AIDS from that. I was in and out of there.
You were in it long enough to get infected. Yeah.
It's like COVID. I wasn't there for 5 minutes.
Look, only a few.
We had sex when she had COVID, and I didn't catch it from her then. That's how fast I
am. This is so refreshing to hear this, because my numbers are this. I had 6 when I left Virginia. Like number 6 was my ex, and we were together for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna marry her.
Really?
And then when I got to New York, and I was focused. Listen, man, I am Libra. I'm faithful. I'm loyal.
Yeah.
I am focused, right? But if I start getting stressed out and all of this, and I was, I feel like we were so young. We were so young. Like, I'm not young now. I was even younger, right?
Wait, how old were you then? 17, 18?
I was 22 when I was with her.
That's so young when you think about commitment.
Yeah.
And you think about, like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm 22 years old.
Yeah.
And how much things changed. When I was 22, I thought I was going to marry that chick. That's when she cheated on me when I was 22. I got back from Russia and she cheated on me, and I was like,
the cheat. I didn't even touch that. Okay, so let me reverse, and I'm gonna go forward. Let me reverse, go forward.
Okay.
That's how the brain works. I can do it. You know what I mean? Let me placate it real quick. All right. So, I was a pro losing my virginity.
Yeah.
It seemed like I had done it before.
yeah.
But before that, I lost it because the girl cheated on me. And I got mad because I was a virgin when I was with her. She cheated on me. She got pregnant.
When she cheated on you?
She cheated on me, got pregnant, and then tried to say, like, she had a unfortunate situation happen with the baby, or I think she went down and got taken care of. This is way before they were bitching about it.
Yeah. This is when that was doable.
This is when it was cool to do. Oh yeah, go get it. Go down there, get a McFlurry, and get it taken care of. You're freaking fine.
Yeah. They call it Fonzie. Go in there. He hits you twice.
So I'm freaking. She cheated on me. I found her on MySpace. That was it. I shouldn't have. MySpace, and she turned out to be a blood and a stripper. And a gang member and a stripper. Wow, boy, I sure know how to pick them.
Oh my God, that's so sexy.
I know, yo,
that's so sexy.
Yo,
that is so sexy.
She was insane. She looked like Nia Long. She was bad, man.
Nia Long's so beautiful.
Yeah, she was. Oh, so she cheated on me. She cheated on me. I was like, well, F you, blah, 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 such and such. I said, man, I'm gonna go smash. I'm gonna go find me some tail. So I just found this random John. I just one night smashed and then gave it all away. And after that, numbers sped up, cut to 6. I was in a relationship 4 years. When that broke, man, woo, boy.
I bet.
Man, I was in New York. I'm from Virginia, man. We only have a small, minuscule amount of good-looking females. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
When you go to New York City, yo, you are in nirvana. Like, they're everywhere, and it's so quick, and they're so quick with it. You want to go to the bathroom? Okay. Like, it's like, oh, all right.
That was the energy, the sexual energy in New York was when I was there, too. I was there in 97, 98, 98, 99, and it was just, it was like, it scared me, to be honest with you, because I do have intimacy issues. I don't, like, because I got cheated on 2 times, I didn't trust women. Yeah. And the last one before I moved to New York, I moved to New York, and we're still dating, and everything's fine. And then I go, I'm gonna fly back and surprise her. She was in Orlando, and it was not taken as a surprise. It was taken as, why are you here? And I was like, and that's how you immediately know. I shut off. I flew back to New York. I sat on my stoop, on my balcony, like the fire escape. Yeah. And I put the phone out there. And I said, look, because it was back when you had like real phones. Mm-hmm. Cell phones weren't around yet. Right. It had not happened yet.
You had the
No, it was just the portable phones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
so I put the portable phone on the balcony, and I ordered. I told my dad. My dad was like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "He's like, you were in and out of Florida. What happened?" And I said, "Nothing." I said, "Can you do me a favor? Will you buy me some wood? I'm going to build a loft." I said, "I'm going to build a loft, and I'm going to forget about this girl, and I'm not going to give any girl any opportunity to be with me until I am comfortable with who I am and I want to be going in the right direction." And so my dad, New York's pretty crazy about this. My dad ordered me lumber. I measured it out. I sent it in. My dad paid for it in his credit card. It got delivered to my loft. And that weekend, I built a loft. I wasn't even doing stand-up, really. I mean, I was, but I wasn't working the way I am today. Right. And I built a loft, and I focused on myself, and I was like, boom. I thought, and then the cell phone showed up. And I said, I'm not putting her on my cell phone. I said, I'm not going to put her number on my cell phone. I don't want her to get in touch with me.
Oh, man.
And then Will Smith discovered me. I moved to L.A. I was at a gas station on the corner of Beverly and La Cienega. There's that mobile, I think it is. And my cell phone rang, and it was her. She was like, "Hey, I'm in L.A. I'd love to hang out." And I was like, I'm busy. She was like, "What?" And I was like, and it felt so good that I carried that energy of like independence, autonomy. No one tells me what to do. And I had a TV show. Now I was hooking up with chicks, and I was doing everything else. But when it came to sex, I was like, I don't want to give that to someone, because once I do, I'm going to get hurt if they decide they don't want to do it with me anymore.
You were on your Beyonce, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You can't get this. This dick is expensive. You can't get this. This dick is valuable.
But has there ever been a girl that you like have like a short fling with that you're getting really into, and then she cancels it?
Dude, probably back in the lower numbers.
Really?
There was somebody, but I don't remember it, dude. There's been so many more after that. I am okay. There were definitely some quick ones in New York. I was like, yo, what the hell? But I didn't get a chance to get in there. It would be like we would exchange numbers, and then we're talking, and then they just disappear. They're like, oh, maybe, I don't know, Luke Perry or something came before, rest in peace before, maybe he did something.
That was a great reference, Luke Perry.
Like, maybe she wanted him more. Yeah. What's the dude from what's boy from Dracula Untold? He's also in the Fast and the Furious. His name is Luke somebody. Luke Evans.
Wow.
Luke Evans. I remember I was
like, wow,
she knew
you're
that.
real.
Yeah, she really, damn, that's good. You just popped it out. Luke Evans is who you're thinking about. Yeah, him. Yeah, the sexy, yeah, him, yeah. I was at Dracula Untold, man. I was at the premiere, and it was this badass joint. I'm talking about she was bad. I thought, and I like legs and all that shit.
Yeah.
She was looking really good. And we exchanged contact. And I think that Luke might have got her. Luke
Really?
might have got to her.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I'm just here watching a movie. He's the star, but
Yeah.
I mean, I would have liked the opportunity to show you, you know what I'm saying, that I got something over here, because on the streets, on the black market, I'm hot, but it's just the main.
Wait, was she white or black?
She had mixture of some shit. Who knows?
So I had this thing that I was like, it was a conversation I was talking with Patrice about a long time. Patrice had a theory that if you were a white guy and you weren't into black chicks, you were gay.
Well, I could, because they, yeah.
Well, I remember he did it. It was a famous thing about him and Louis.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember saying to him in Scotland, like, yeah, I never dated a black chick. And he was like, yeah, you might be gay. And I was like, well, wait, I just never
Got that fat ass and it just and the ass is fat and it jiggles, and how could you not like that? And just the anatomy and the breast and just the swagger and the way that she and she smell and the way that she.
I don't have. This is a half-ass Patrice impression.
It's close.
Yeah,
You got to break your teeth.
Yeah.
And so
Invisalign. I have.
And so then you get married and you don't really like. I mean, like I can tell you, like Nia Long's beautiful and stuff, but like there's never been. I've never seen been out at a club and seen this black chick and been like, wow, that's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Really?
Just hadn't had. Well, I don't go to clubs much, so it's like I'm just not around it often.
What if you got approached? What if you got approached by let's say like a Rihanna or something?
Well, hold
like
on.
that?
So
Right.
I've never met Rihanna. I've never met. So wait. So here's the caveat.
Okay.
We go to the Super Bowl this last week, and we go to Saquon Barkley's house. He's throwing a party.
Uh-huh.
I have never seen more beautiful, ethnically diverse women in my life. I saw some what quote unquote bad bitches that would ruin my life.
They would call themselves that too, so it's fine.
This one girl was tatted up to her ear, down her neck, onto her arm.
Oh.
She was maybe in heels 6'2", and just I'm saying an explosion of human being.
Total smoke show.
I mean, I was with Shane Gillis and Mark Norman, and we were just like, I said, whatever I've ever said publicly about not being wanting to date a black chick, I was like, or not being attracted to black chicks. I go, this is a game changer. I had to call my wife. I had to call my wife and be like, I'm fucking wrong. Like Puerto Rican chicks, when I moved to New York, Puerto Rican chicks blew me away.
Oh yeah.
Blew me the fuck away.
Oh yeah.
And you see some fucking smoke show, especially in New York, because proximity is so fucking there.
Yeah. It is it's ubiquitous box. Everywhere.
I'll tell you who I was really attracted to. Now in hindsight, looking back, do you remember the woman that got slapped on the train by that Dominican dude? There's a video called "Slap Heard Round the World."
Nah.
And this dude with an 8-ball jacket is on a train, and these 3 black chicks are fucking hot as shit, and they're making fun of his 8-ball jacket, and then
smacks him,
and then and then she puts hands on him first, and he smacks her. I mean, it's called the "Slap Heard Round the World," and it is. I mean,
but she's bad though.
Oh,
she looks
and
good.
But you know what it is? It's because she attacked him. That's what I
okay.
think is sexy.
Okay.
Like there's something, because my wife's got that little violence straight.
Yeah.
you know,
you like a blue black eye.
like when you said she was a blood, I go, oh, that's sexy.
I thought you were kidding. You
No,
being for
that's
real?
fucking hot. I remember getting a lap dance from a chick who had the word Cholita tattooed on her stomach, and I was like, the fucking hottest thing I've ever seen. I think it's because you want that like Romeo and Juliet shit.
Oh, you want some dangerous box.
I want
That's what
something
you want.
different. Yeah.
You want a hazard box. The box that says don't eat past this date, but I'm
Yeah.
still gonna do it.
Like
That's what you want.
who's Offset married to?
Cardi B. Oh yeah.
Cardi B.
I mean, Cardi B is bad. Her and Nicki Minaj is
Oh my
beautiful.
God.
And
I'd have a hard time saying no.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they are, and they smell really good too.
Yeah.
They smell good, bro. I don't know if you've been around them. They smell really good.
Oh.
They got a really smells like
I just smell like
angel
deodorant.
tears. Say what?
I just smell like deodorant.
Yeah, you smell like deodorant. They smell like milk and honey, and also sassafras. It's just a lot.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Have you been with every ethnicity of woman?
Yes,
Really?
yes, I have.
All I got's white chicks.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I could. Fuck. I wish
Okay,
I
who's
could.
the like if you had to stereotypically say like one word about different, like I would imagine Latina chicks are the fucking
Spicy, very, very. As I'm in my head, it's just going back through everything. They're very passionate. They like biting, all of that different type of stuff, which is really dope. And then, okay, so Latin chicks are really spicy. Asian women they're very compact, which is and they feel like it's like they have an extra thing, something extra in there.
Really?
It's like a little extra little notch or something.
What?
Yo. It's like a China. It's like
Rachel, I'm sorry you have to hear this conversation as a white chick.
It's like a Chinese finger trap. You know, not trying to be. I'm just saying, if I could describe it, I would say everyone's like that, except for the South Asians. They're a little different, but
Oh my God, you really traveled.
I have done, man, freaking Romanian. Oh my gosh, man, Romanians.
Oh, you've gone to Eastern Europe too with that.
Yeah. Romanian women are really, they're very passionate, and most of them are traditional. They really want to connect, and they're connect to me. Like they look in your eyes and just make you squirt.
Oh my God! See, that's what I would like.
I'm sorry, but
that's what I would like is someone who liked to connect.
Yeah,
because I think that was what I was always looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have people that were
yeah.
Like I had sex with a chick from Liverpool once.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, but that's one of your six. That's crazy.
It's in New York, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of my New Yorks, and then she smoked cool cigarettes and drank Hennessy.
She smoked cool cigarettes,
and the whole time I thought this is what it would smell like to fuck Tupac. I knew that he drank Hennessy and smoked cools.
This is a Tupac. This is a Suge Knight. This is what this is. This is what a Suge Knight. That's what happens.
I guess on my numbers I guess I'm retired, but
Damn.
I'm cool because it's funny. I have sex with my wife now, and we connect.
Yeah,
which is I think the thing you want, and I always feel like good. Like I go, this is where I'm where I'm supposed to be. Do you ever know those chicks that as you talk to them, they look over your shoulder and look to see what the guy behind you was doing?
Oh yeah,
and then you'd be like, huh, what? Yeah. My wife never did that in her life. She's always looks you in the eyes, and when you talk to her, she makes you feel like present. And I feel like I never wanted to be the guy. I remember hearing about a dad one time who didn't like his kids and didn't love his wife. His kids were a pain in the ass, and he didn't love his wife. And I remember thinking, how sad is that? Like the thing you got isn't what you wanted.
Yeah,
you wanted something different. You want that you would look and covet other people's lives. I mean, my favorite times ever in life is both girls in the bed with Leanne and a dog, and we're all fucking laughing. Like those are my favorite times in life. And so, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I mean, it's yeah, man. Connecting, you want to. It's harder. You said you got married when you were. You said you got your wife 26, right? You've been
29.
29. Okay. I think the older you get, the harder it is to get married, just because you start seeing all the bullshit and you start identifying all of these qualities of people that you would know would give you a headache or you would know would disrupt your peace, and you're just like, well, I don't want that. I don't want that. And as soon as it could be the smallest thing, you're just like, well, I can't do that because I'm not going to be happy with that eventually.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to end up not liking you and end up regretting you. And I don't want to do that.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. It is easy, so easy to get caught up in what everyone else needs from you and never take a moment to think about you or what you need from yourself. I'm telling you right now, that is my wife, Leanne Kreischer. She loves by taking care of other people. What she doesn't realize is sometimes she needs other people to take care of her. I mean, we have to fight her for it. Thank God she's in therapy. We're all in therapy. My whole family's in therapy. She put us all in therapy just to keep us honest. And it's worked, man. We fight perfectly. Like when we get in an argument, our arguments are handled. It's almost like creepy. Here's the thing. When we spend all of our time giving, it can leave us feeling stretched thin and burned out. Therapy can give you the tools to find a more balance in your life so you can keep supporting others without leaving yourself behind. That is what I love about my wife, is that she's in therapy, and I'm telling you right now, that woman lifts me up every fucking minute of the day. If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Bert today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Bert. All right, gentlemen, it's time to talk about your kitchen, and I'm not talking about your roommate's dishes in the same college kitchen. Listen, we all know you've been making egg sandwiches in that torn up witch cauldron you call a pan since college. Today's sponsor, Hexclad, has revolutionized the cookware industry with a hybrid pan that gives you all the convenience and cleanup of nonstick, the versatility of your grandma's cast iron, and they are so durable. They literally last a lifetime. We are serious. They have a lifetime warranty just in case you find a way to destroy them while you're making that hinge date of yours, ramen noodles. Let me tell you something. Gordon Ramsay is I would say is the toughest critic in the entire world. And these are the pots and pans that he uses at both home and in his Michelin star restaurant. Hexclad products come with a lifetime warranty. That's right. They are literally the last set of pots and pans you will ever need to buy for limited time only. And by the way, they look badass. I'm using them on something's burning. This is all I cook with, and I freaking love them. Look at the bottom. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their entire order with the code BERT at hexclad.com. Support our show and check them out at HEXCLAD.com and use the code BERT.
You ever broke up with somebody because they made some weird noises in the bed? You ever done that? Like, no. I am notorious for encountering folks who make weird noises. This chick, so I was in it, right? I was doing what I needed to do, right? And she starts making monkey noises. I kid you not, like full Dunstan's checks in. Like that's what she's doing. Like straight up. Like I'm hitting, okay.
Yeah. I know, that's great because you don't realize the noise you're making sometimes when you're being like, and you just, oh my God.
Bro, okay. Now understand, I'm not being braggadocious, nothing like that. I am an experience. I understand that. I'm not trying to be.
I think I am too, but in a different way.
So I get is, yo, you got it, baby. You gotta take it easy. You know, you're not small, like or
Yeah.
So I'm hitting the spot and she goes, ooh. I said, yo, hell no. I am not. Yo, son, like what? Like, is Mario in here jumping barrels? What is happening? I understand you're Haitian, but I don't need you to make noises like that while we're in the bed. Yo, okay. There's another one. I'm in there and I'm doing what I'm doing. And she, beautiful. Wouldn't think that this would come out of her. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't know what Muppet I'm fucking right now, but I can't do this. I don't Eventually, I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna.
I love that yours are and mine is. Are you gonna put it in?
I mean, just this is perfect with ebony and ivory. This is what we got going on here.
That's so. I wonder if I'd trade it. Like, would you trade all your experiences for ignorance is bliss,
right?
So, like, I met a dude who fell in love with his girlfriend when they were 15, and they
still together.
Still together, yeah.
Jesus.
Would you trade it for 18? Like, you fall in love at 18, soulmates. I was talking to someone the other day. He was married to a girl who grew up across the street from him.
Wow.
He was like, yeah, we grew up across the street. I played with her brother. I was always in love with her. And I was like, and would you trade it for that? Our good friends got married at like 18. And they've never been with other people.
Okay. Would I trade it?
Yeah. The best sex of your life because you don't know any better. You don't know any better.
Look,
all you've ever had was cheeseburgers.
I'm going through so much in my head right now. It's hell the fuck no. Nope. I think because certain things work for certain people, right?
Yeah.
I think when I was younger, I am so different than I am now. I was a little like, dude, I come from a sheltered home. I didn't really know a lot.
Yeah.
Very nice, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, all of that. Mannered, a gentleman. I had all of that like 100%. 100%. And when you're that person 100%, it could get a little annoying to the person that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't see what you're doing as clingy or anything. You're just seeing it as you're doing something for somebody that you care about.
Yeah.
And when I care about somebody, I really show them that. You know what I mean? So I think I did it too much when I was younger to the point where it hurt the situation. And it hurt me because, I might not have seen everything that this person was putting out there.
Yeah.
And I'm blinded and I'm just going so gung-ho to just be that great man.
Yeah.
And it's like, you need a little ratchetness on you. You know what I mean? That's what you need. Like Will Smith now is, he got some dirt on him now.
He's got,
like,
man, that's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you see the kid that had sex with Jada?
Yeah, August.
Yeah, and then he was like, I thought it was funny as shit.
Yeah.
Chris Rock is right.
I watched it twice. I thought that he did a great job. It was dope that he didn't talk about it for a long time.
Yeah.
He only needed to address it for 10 minminutes and he got what he needed to say out.
It was smart that he closed on it.
Yeah. And it's like, I like how he kept teetering on it.
I don't want any beef with, I don't need any more beef with rappers, okay? You see what happens, okay? Don't need that shit, okay? I don't need it, okay?
It's a good one. That's fucking, you nailed that.
Oh, man, come on,
That's
man.
a good one. Your fucking impressions are so fucking legendary. Like, for real. Like,
thank you.
Top in the game. I'm so excited.
You know, it's like, it's actually really crazy. It's like those impersonations that people don't even see me do, like people like, Robert Downey Jr.
That's fucking great. I knew it. I got it immediately.
You knew exactly what I was doing. But it's like that thing where you save the Marvel Cinematic Universe and then everybody just looks at you as this savior, this God, this person who's just going to bring in money to the company. And, you keep doing that and you have all these kids who look up to you and it's so wild. It's like, I never thought it was going to be in this place.
Wait, can you do Robert Downey Jr. when he was partying?
Yeah, so I'm still going to get the movie. Yeah, it's going to happen.
We should get some hookers.
Yeah, Coke. Who does Coke? Everybody does Coke, right? Right, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh,
it's just a couple labels.
That's crazy that he was. That's the weirdest thing about Hollywood is they do love a good redemption story.
Yes.
But he is so brilliant, though.
Kurt Lazarus and Tropic Thunder. Oh, my God.
It's the only guy to be able to get away with blackface.
Exactly. And the way that Ben Stiller, I don't know if he created it like that, because Ben is a genius. I love Ben Stiller. But the fact that you took a character who was supposed to play a black dude in the movie by another white dude, like it's levels. So you can't get offended, because he totally he broke the, man, that joint was genius. So people still talking about it. Oh, that offends me. Come on, get the fuck, you woke bitches. Just get out of here with that.
There's a lot that doesn't land on my radar.
What do you feel about, like, okay, because Eddie Murphy did this. Eddie Murphy dressed up. He dressed up there was a sketch on SNL where he was hosting 1984. Well, he dressed up as a white dude for a day, and he went out.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
What? You mean I can just walk out with this?
And then, like, yeah, you can just have it. What? I'm leaving now. I'm closing the door.
Dave Chappelle did it too, right?
Dave Chappelle did it with Clayton Bigsby. I think he was well, yeah, he played a white dude, but he also played a black dude who was blind.
Who was in the KKK.
He did. It was in the KKK.
I mean, when you look back, that Eddie Murphy sketch was the funniest.
Oh, yeah.
I remember seeing that as a young person, crying, laughing when the black guy gets off the bus and then they start partying. Yeah. Like, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a weird litmus for what offends me. Like, I don't get offended very easy. But I'm meaning also, and Donnell pointed this out to me, I don't get offended very often because a lot of shit doesn't affect me. It doesn't change my status in life.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, of course you don't care about politics. You're white. It was all set up for you. And I was like, yeah, so it's easy to not get offended as a fucking white guy.
You're on the right side of the court. You're on the right side of the court. Like, we're over here we the opposite.
If they start prohibition laws, I bet I'll start reading.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Well, hey, you can't take the liquor away now. Come on. That's where I draw the line. All right. Fuck. He's like, forget this biopic that I just saw depicting one of our. That ain't gonna piss me off. But this shit right here, this is gonna piss me off. Don't take my liquor. Don't fuck with my licks now.
Like the Kanye stuff, it didn't hit my radar. Like I never really read any of it because I was like, or like the Kyrie Irving. I never even read it because I go, I don't know. It just doesn't. It's not the thing that my eyes are drawn to in the news cycle. Yeah. So I didn't even know about the Kyrie Irving shit.
Shit, man. I had just decided, well, at least as far as Kanye went, because I know everybody was waiting for me to do an impression of him in some way, skewering him. But I said it's not really celebratory for a black man losing $1.5 billion. So I don't really feel like I'm going to tear him apart for that. And then when I'm at my shows, I do this thing at the end of them when I ask people, was there something you wanted to see that you didn't get a chance to?
Everyone.
And they'll ask for Jay-Z and Kanye all the time. And I'm like, Kanye, wait a minute, man. Y'all want me to get canceled? You know what I mean? Like, y'all going to ask me that? Yeah. But it's just, the way that it happened, the way that now it seems like Adidas is regretting it, the way that the truth was put out there, but not harvested the way that Kanye wanted it to be harvested. You know, I think that's where the line gets blurred right there. That's most people won't look into what he's saying and be like, oh man, well that's sane. They'll take a little bit and say, well, he's crazy. And if they consume the whole thing, they'd be like, well, he's making some valid points. Yeah. He's just not articulating it in the best way that's consumable to your ears.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's funny you say that because there was one, I saw him on Lex Friedman for a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's one part where you can see him. It's tough when you're famous like that because so many people say yes to you.
Yeah.
And that you can see he's trying to articulate a point. And you can see he just is, in my opinion, it was like, oh, he just doesn't talk as much or think as thoughtful as Lex does sometimes. Because Lex was like, hold on, you can't say that because of this. And then he was like, well, yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say. But because if I'm in a car with everyone I pay and I bring up an idea, I get a lot of agreeance. And then if I'm in a car with Rogan and I tell him something I think, he'll tell me, oh, why would you think that? And then
why would you think that's good? Why would you? Yeah. It's like, it's a little, I don't agree with the idea, but like you can try it. Like,
just doing it a little bit, just giving them just sprinkling the little ones up there.
Oh.
I love sprinkling the white ones. Those are the ones that they say I can't do. It's so funny.
Who says that?
Just some fucks online. Just a few
the
of them.
fucking.
It's so
That's
funny.
crazy.
I'll block them so quick. Like
That's so fucking crazy.
I used to be like a war guy. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you about yourself. Fuck you. Now I'm telling you about yourself by blocking you. I don't want to know if you're even breathing tomorrow.
We posted the trailer to my movie, and I was like, I'm not reading any of those comments because I'm sure people it's like, why wouldn't you throw a rock if you could? Why wouldn't you? And then Sony hit me up and they're like, yo, the comment's really positive. And I was like, you're reading comments? Don't read comments. Yeah, I can't.
They told me that when I first got on SNL. They were like, yo, don't look up your name, none of that. But
for real?
Yeah, I broke the code. I broke it. I was like, no, I gotta know what they're saying. What? Nice. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not true. And nice. But fuck this guy. Nice. It's like when you see so much, it can even affect you in a positive way. You see so much, you get desensitized to it. I'm desensitized to people saying bullshit about me. Like I've been crucified before on Twitter.
Yeah.
I've been roasted. Like I remember back in 2014. I did the MTV Awards. Oh man, fuck. Now I was already a little pissed off that night because I wasn't allowed to say what I wanted to say about the celebrities because we had to keep relationships what they were,
Based on NBC?
Right.
Okay.
So I had this script where I was going in on people, and I was told by some of the folks up there, hey, this person might come to the show. We can't have you say this, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But if you don't go into people, if you don't go in, then you're not killing.
Yeah.
You have to go in those rooms. You have to. So I did the whole soft thing. I watered down the script. Man, I got online. People were talking about the shit. They were talking about my body. They were like, yo, because at the time, I had the hips. I had the Barney hips. You know what I'm saying? So the Barney hips, like, it's this thing, bro. Like, this is my problem area. Like, I got it under control.
What do you mean this is your problem area?
This is my problem area, bro. Like, if I don't run, like, this shit get real fat. You know what I'm saying?
Are you serious?
Like, I start, yo, son.
I would love that.
I look like Baby Questlove, son. Like, it's...
Questlove.
You know what I mean? Because with the hips, he knows. Quest knows he's got his butt.
Yeah,
that's how it looks.
Yeah.
So they were saying that they were like, "Ew, look at his butt, yuck," and they were saying all of this shit. Ew, and he's shaped funny. He's shaped like a flounder. Like they were saying mad shit.
That's crazy.
And it fucked me up. Like I read them all, and I just at the after party, I remember I was just like this. My sister was like, "You good?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm straight. I mean, there's nothing else that could happen to me now. I've been killed, so ain't nothing left to do but come back 3 days later. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Push the rock to the side.
Yeah, push the rock to the side. Call the archangels. I'm resurrecting myself out of Twitter death, man. I came back, but a lot of people can't handle it. And now it does not. If I see some negative, because most of them are positive. Yeah. It's like 85% positive. You're going to pay attention to this 15%, this fuck in Alaska who got to see the sun most of the fucking time, who's pissed off because he can't get a good night's sleep, or this person in North Carolina who's probably having an affair with their fucking cousin talking about you because they can do two voices and they stuck in a basement with their fingers, the keyboard keys all stuck together because they jerking off and shit. You gonna get this person satisfaction? Nah, fuck you, block you, you're out of here.
They don't do it in person.
Nah, they're not, because in person they're your fan.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey man, I love your work. You're great, man. And behind closed doors, yo, fuck Jay Pharoah. It's just, if you're gonna be disingenuous to me, be honest about it. You know what I mean? Don't be spurious to me. Don't come over here and just smile in my face and behind you talking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just if you're gonna talk shit, and don't fuck with me 100%. You know what I mean?
No, my hiccup has always been part of our business. Me and Tom's business is fucking with each other online.
Yeah,
and so we welcome it from the fans.
Yeah,
and usually they're fucking hilarious.
But sometimes
they miss the mark just a little bit, and it's really mean.
Yeah,
like you're gonna die young, and your daughters you won't get to see your daughters get married. And you're like, huh? And you're like, oh, that's not funny.
Yeah.
And they're like, ha, ha, ha. And you're like, oh, no one taught you comedy.
yeah.
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
know how to say mean things, and you think that's what comedy is.
Yeah, they're from.
So some of them, and I say this complimentary, and I don't want to use the word trolls, because trolls are, some of the trolling is really, troll's the wrong word because it's a bad connotation for people that do good in it. But
Okay.
some of the trolling is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some of it you go like, that was so well done.
Yeah.
And you don't welcome it, but when you see it and it makes you laugh, you're like, God damn it.
I think there's a comic who is definitely a comic who uses that to his advantage. Michael Blackson.
By the way, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Michael Blackson.
Yeah.
Michael Blackson leans into the trolls.
He leans into the trolls. So
Some of the best, I love Kev, but some of the best wars online are Michael Blackson and Kev, Mike Epps and Kev.
Oh yeah.
Like when Mike Epps and Kev went at it, and they were going at it for real.
Yeah.
It was
Kev, you just mad because you ain't even funny. You just like, man, you just short and acceptable, man.
That's a great Mike Epps.
Man.
Listen. Listen.
That's a good Kev.
Listen. Here's the problem, Mike. Here's the problem. I got too much goddamn money. That's the problem. If I didn't have money, you wouldn't be talking to me. Bam. Know what? Know what you need to do? Need to step the game up. Bam. You need to stop playing Day in the Friday movies. Get yourself a dramatic role, something else, help your career, and then report back to me. Get yourself your own network. Swear to God. Because I book my goddamn self all day.
Fuck, that's a good Kev. That's a really good Kev.
But look, mother sucker, look deep.
That's a bad. That's the fucking. That's on the mark.
Hey, you black mother suckers. Everybody talk about me online. I don't give a fuck. I talk about them. I don't give a fuck. You talk about West Africa, like, suck my dick. I don't care. Like, suck my dick. Like, I will use. I told Michael Blackson he looked like a grown stillborn before. I was like, you look like, he had on this green fucking outfit. I said, you look like a grown stillborn in your clothes, it looks like dirty Whopper lettuce. He takes it and he puts it in his fucking act.
Real?
He adds, whatever people say, he'll add it to his shit. It's kind of nice. You're like almost ghostwriting for him.
Yeah.
But
Michael Blackson's funny as fuck. That is funny because as an outsider looking in, when they go at each other, even when it's real, it's entertaining
all day.
And then to read the comments, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
I wanted to go through when the Chris Rock special happened, and I was reading. I was like, I had someone log into Twitter so I could read it because I wanted to see what people were saying about Chris Rock. And
Kevin Hart, I'll suffocate you in a Happy Meal box, you little mother sucker. Okay, there you go.
I got on. Whose car was I in? I was in a car with someone and I couldn't. The other problem is if I don't have my glasses, I can't read what's on Twitter.
I didn't even know you wore glasses, bro. I didn't even know you wore those, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a joke about it. I look cute when I put on my glasses. My wife's like, "You look cute." And I was like, "Suck this dick." And she came in to give me a kiss, and I realized I haven't seen this bitch in high def in 10 fucking years. So I was like, "What happened to your face?" So stepped on those glasses to save my marriage. We
don't need to use them anymore.
What was the? Oh, and so I read a couple people talking negative about Chris, and I wanted to like just block them, going, I don't. It's almost like if you go. Oh, there's you're at a party and you see the guy doing coke. You're like, just stay away from him. Let's just leave. And so like that's the way. Because I was like, there's people that would be a fun action to go around and just block people that comment on differently on things
that you don't believe. If you're
like you don't care. It's not about you. Yeah. It's not about you. But like they go, fucking. Joe Rogan's a fucking lunatic or whatever, and I just go through and block all those people going, I don't want them to know who I am. I don't want them to find out who I am. They're not going to ever like me.
Right.
So I just want to dodge them entirely. You know, it's that would be an interesting thing. But like I said, I got on it to draw that thing. I got on. This was the day of the special. Whose car was I in? Oh, we were driving to we were driving from to Calgary,
Okay.
and I was like, I'm dying to see what the reaction is. I go, can someone log on to Twitter? I think it was my trainer logged on to Twitter, and I was like, just tell me what they're saying. Like, I'm curious to know what the word on the street is, and it was all overly positive. And then you get some people that just were like off to the side. Like, what sucks even worse is when like the fucking Capitol riots happen, and you're like, ugh. I was on Twitter then, and I was like, ugh. And some guy's like, you don't understand. These are Americans, and they care about our country. And I was like, this fucking lunatic. And I click, and he follows me, and I'm like, okay. Oh, Jesus. I gotta clean up my digital footprint.
What am I putting out there?
Yeah, what am I putting out that I got
to make your lunatic ass follow me? Because I don't fuck with the shit you saying.
Yeah.
I feel you, man. Even people, I got some of those folks that will say they'll comment or they
Free
won't.
Bill Cosby. You're like, what the fuck?
Free, like, motherfucker, really?
I saw that one time. I won't say his name, but he was online and he was like, ... hashtag Free Bill Cosby. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I clicked and he followed me. And I was like, God damn it. Who are your white goats?
Oh, I have a few of them.
Because the goats, I mean, when we talk goat, it always goes to brothers. It goes to
There you
like
go.
Rock, Chappelle, Kevin Hart. Those are when we talk comedy goats, those are the comedy goats.
Mitch Hedberg, George Carlin, also God dang it, Stephen Wright, got Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, and
God, Jim Carrey was so good. Do you look at Jim Carrey? Because like that's kind of your career a little bit. It's
Absolutely.
like you guys have so much similarities in silly, goofy, but you guys are really good at like dramatic and serious shit.
Absolutely. Him, I follow him, and I would say Robin Williams as well. I would say both of them have that they can go dramatic and full comedic. And Robin Williams has a vulnerability that a lot of people don't have. Like when you look at his characters, you can see the childlike innocence in every single one of his characters.
That's true.
In his eyes, like there's just something. It's really sweet and it's really juvenile, and it's like it's a child's joy. He brings that to every character that he did.
Did you ever see the movie What Dreams Will Come? Is that the name of the movie?
Was that Robin? That was Robin Williams' movie.
Robin Williams. Was not a big box office hit. Is that the name of it? What Dreams May Come. Man, that movie fucked me up.
What was it about?
Fucked me up. It's about his wife commits suicide, and then he dies, and then can you pull that up and see if I'm like just on Wikipedia, see if I got that right? He dies, and he has to rescue her from purgatory and bring her to heaven. So it's all set in the afterlife, and it's in a fucking surreal world where the colors are all super vibrant. What Dreams May Come is a fantasy drama film directed by Vincent Ward, adapted by the
1998.
While vacation in Switzerland meets Anna Collins. They marry, have 2 children. Their idyllic life. When the children die in a car crash, 4 years later, Chris is also killed in a car crash. Unaware that he is dead and confused that no one will interact with him, Chris lingers on Earth. I think I'm fucking this up.
I hope this is like the real synopsis of the movie and not just some shit somebody put in the Wikipedia. You know, you can edit it.
Oh wow, that's fucking.
You know what I mean? They could put anything in there.
The Wikipedia for my movie is going to be a fucking nightmare.
Word?
This started when Bert fucked a Russian dog. But yeah, and so. Did I read that right? It's like he's trying to keep her alive or something. But it's trippy as fuck, and it all deals with the afterlife, and that I have a hard time with because I'm not grounded in any sort of faith at this moment, and so I know this is not a cool thing to talk about as a comedian, but like I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something a little more substantial to sink my beliefs into. And I've always been Catholic, and I think I'm always going to land there. But like at this time, I'm just like, I wake up with panic, going like, "Fuck, I don't want to." Like when it just goes dark one day.
Yeah. Have you thought about getting on the Martin Luther path and going, and not the Catholic path, but the Protestant path. And
Oh,
finding a
you're talking about
denomination.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah, no,
I was
man.
like, yeah, I'll dream. I have dreams. I have some dreams. Yeah, sure. No.
He's like, yeah, it was. Well, Black History Month was last month, but
Wait, is that Martin Luther King?
yeah. No. That's not. No, that's not. This is Martin Luther King.
Oh, that is Martin Luther King.
He's got that thing in his voice where he always vibrates. It's like he's got one of those female rabbits right there caught in his throat. I know about the rat.
Cold turkey may be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your habit. We're not talking about some weird mind voodoo from your crazy neighbor or your buddy who has a podcast on conspiracies. We're talking about our sponsor, Fume, and they're looking at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong. So instead of drastic, uncomfortable changes, why not remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-nominated device that does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. I've used one of these things. It is literally, there is nothing crazy to it. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. You just, all you do, you plug it in, you close it, you hit it. It's got a little spindle. It's awesome. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors. You get it? Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy that makes you replace your bad habits easy. Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting. It really is the little thing. You can spin it and it clicks and it feels good. For people that are tactiles like me, it gives your fingers a lot to do, which is really helpful for distressing and anxiety while you're trying to break a habit. I love my Fume. I throw it in my pocket. I'm taking it to a concert tonight. Just if I'm thinking about doing something, it goes right to my mouth. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard. But switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 100,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com and use the code BERT to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com and use the code BERT to save an additional 10% off your order today. If I'm not mistaken, Martin Luther was a German, right?
Was he German?
I think he was German,
Okay.
and
I just know he's the father of the Reformation.
So what was happening? Correct me if I'm wrong. This
Okay.
I'm going to see if I know this. So I'm not good at retaining information. At the time, the church no one could read the Bible because it was written in Latin. So the people that could read the Bible were the church, and they could change the rules of the Bible on a whim and just say like, oh, just so you know, if you only have one kid, everyone's got to pay a tax for that to the church.
Right.
Because the Lord says in the Bible, you're supposed to have two kids.
It was
go ahead. So Martin Luther said, that's fucking bullshit. I'm going to translate the Bible and give it to everyone.
Yep.
And that's what Protestant is.
That's how the Protestant movement started. Father of the Reformation, and the church was taking indulgences. Yes.
Yeah.
Inappropriate money for things that rules, basically. All these rules that wouldn't get you to heaven. So he saw that. He was like, yeah, no, this is not right. Translated it. And then, now all the different all the denominations are based off of the Reformation and him leaving that.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm Catholic. No, I'm not. I am not Catholic. I am apostolic.
Apostolic. What's that?
Apostolic is it's kind of like it's kind of like being a Baptist or a Lutheran. It's no different. You know what I mean? It's just we had a lot of rules in our church before where it was kind of like before the Reformation. Like you had all of these different rules that that you had to follow in order to be saved, but you don't have to do that. And our new bishop came in and kind of broke all of that down and was like, listen, y'all have been kind of living in kind of a cult type thing or whatever. I know it's a real sensitive term to use for folks who are what are they called? Delusional, but cults are cults. It is what it is. So we came through, broke it down, and now you follow directly from the Bible. But there are so many different references to the angel of the Lord, who in the Old Testament was essentially that's Jesus. You know what I mean? But there's so many different tyings in the faith that just align so perfectly. That follow Old Testament with New Testament. Like I would say this, I don't know how much you know, but
not a lot. I don't even know what you're talking about. I can tell you not a lot. It's my brand.
So when Abraham had to sacrifice Isaac, when God told him he had to sacrifice his son, okay, you have to sacrifice your son. He knew. I don't want to get too religious.
No, please.
Too religious.
No, please. No, please.
I mean,
I love this shit. I love this.
Right. Okay, so Abraham had two sons. He had Isaac, and I believe he had what was it? Who was Abraham's other son? Ishmael. It was Ishmael. Ishmael. So Abraham and Ishmael. So Abraham was told to kill Isaac by God, and also he told him to take Ishmael with the woman that he had the kid with. He had another child that wasn't his wife. He put them in the wilderness, and those are the Palestinians and all of those different types. And the Jewish folks are all descendants of Isaac. You know what I mean? So those are the big ones. But the sacrifice that Jesus made was not the sacrifice that he made was pretty much predicted in the Old Testament. The exact way that it would happen, like they didn't sacrifice any lambs in the Old Testament. They sacrificed rams, but they couldn't sacrifice any lambs because Jesus was representative of the lamb being sacrificed, the perfect sacrifice that no other man could do. And the same mountain that Abraham was going to kill Isaac on is the same mountain that Jesus was crucified on.
Really?
So it's a Mount God dang it, what is it? Mount
St. Helens?
You said Mount what?
Mount St. Helens.
No, it's what is was it Moriah? Moria? Is that what it is? Moriah. Yeah. So it's I could talk about this for hours.
So how did you where's your do you enjoy?
Yeah, getting older now and going back to the exact reason that I am cutting off certain energies from my life, because I know if it's not going to serve me, and if I'm not trying to make you my wife, I'm just kind of separating from you because it's not going to be substantive. It's not going to help the situation.
So then you do have faith.
Absolutely.
God damn it, man. I want that so bad. I guess that's the exact way to not get it is to take the Lord's name in vain.
No, but it's something that I've always had, but when I was younger, I really had it. And then really had it and started watching porno, and that kind of took me away. You know what I mean?
It's amazing. So my diversion from faith was twofold. I was living a life that was so not complicit with what I wanted to believe,
right?
And I was doing such bad behaviors and drugs and alcohol and whatever, just premarital sex and all that, and I just was like I just kind of veered throughout. So like I was like towards the end of high school, I had some pretty good foundations. Like I'd go to church by myself and I would enjoy it. I would take it like a meditation. And then at a period of time, it started leaning into obsessive compulsiveness. This is going to sound crazy, but I still have it. I still definitely have it. My trainer would tell you I have it, is the rituals of religion would lean into my OCD very subtly, but enough that like if I had sex with my girlfriend, I would end up leaning into religion to make sure she wasn't pregnant. And so I was like, this isn't congruous is the word I wanted to use. This isn't congruous with who I want to be.
Right.
I don't want to use faith to get out of bad situations.
Okay.
Like we took ecstasy one time in Atlanta and everyone started passing out. And I went in and I had a conversation with God and Pulp Fiction had just come out. And Eric Stoltz played the guy where John Travolta's like, I got an OD, I'm coming over. And he's like, prank caller. And I had a moment where I felt like God was going, prank caller. I don't know who the fuck you are. You only call me when you have an OD. Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Why aren't you calling me? Like, I've come to Jesus where I'm like, everyone's passing out. I don't know what I just took. I may be dying. God, if you can get me through this. And God's like, yo, bro, I only get phone calls when you think a chick is pregnant or you take drugs.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off. And then right after that, my grandmother gave me the St. Jude medal. And this St. Jude medal righted my boat. And I started leaning into the saints. Like, the saints were something that I could find foundation in. And but as I've gotten older, I just talked to Louis C.K. about this, and he's like, "Yeah, one day you die, it just goes black." And I'm like, that can't be the thing. That can't be the thing. I can't live my life just going, one day it goes black.
No,
one day it just goes, and so now I'm at a place where I'm like, I say it jokingly, but I would love to find like a middle ground of what I want. And a middle ground of what there is, know? And I don't know what it is. I think
I'll tell you
it's
something.
not edibles.
I'll tell you some real stuff, man. And I had a lot of these thoughts when I was younger. I would think what I was doing was so, what is it? What word I'm trying to say? It was so contradictory towards the spirit. I would think the things I was doing was so contradictory that I couldn't even approach God. Like, at some point, you're like,
that's really cool. That's deep.
I'm doing all of this, and how can I even talk to you? It's like if your father tells you not to do something, and then you go and do it times 20, and it's like, how am I gonna face this person? How am I gonna face this person who told me not to do this? But it's in the Bible that you can always come to the throne and ask for forgiveness. That's what we have. We have grace. And that's why the principalities that we can't see are so pissed off at us. Because as human beings, we always have a chance to make it. Even right before you die, even on the cross, there was two thieves on the cross. One of them said, if you're Jesus, get us down from this cross. The other one said, you've beaten this man. You've ripped out his beard, you've pierced him, and he has done nothing. He hasn't cursed anybody. He has only said, forgive these people for that. And that thief said, listen, Lord, when you go to paradise today, just make a place for me. And right before he passed away, he was right there with him. So
I might be like the first guy. Give me now. Hey man, hey, if you're God, then fucking clap your hands, do a magic trick.
Man. Hey, man, my wrist hurt. My wrist hurt, man. I'm bleeding. Come on, if you Jesus, get us off this cross, man. Come on now. Oh, you ain't Jesus. You Michael Jackson. You ain't Jesus.
What was the hardest I've ever laughed is in religion. Ty Rodriguez leaned up behind me in that same thing and then said, "What?"
This Jason Momoa. You Jason Momoa. You ain't Jesus. Now go ahead.
They said the first thief said to Jesus, said what? What did the first thief say to Jesus when they were both up on the cross? And Ty Rodriguez leaned up behind me and goes, I can see your house from here. And it's the hardest. I laughed. Mr. Mercandante, I think was his name, was our religion teacher, was fucking, I couldn't stop laughing. I can see your house from here.
Yeah, it's nice. But you got a pool too, don't you? You got a pool over there, huh? But yeah, man, you never have to feel like you can't come ask for forgiveness. I'm just relating to the story you said. You're like, dude, I only come to you when I'm doing this, when I'm doing that.
Yeah.
But it's at those times, you might feel like you don't have any other options. You might feel like that, but that's okay. As long as you're relying on him. Now, he would like you to follow him daily.
Yeah.
That's the goal. But an outreach and an outcry of someone who he loves, he'll hear that. But they do say the prayers of the righteous go straight up to the throne, and the prayers of everybody else, they don't make them past the ceiling. You know,
I don't know if I'm righteous. I wonder how bad I am. Like, it'd be cool if they had like an app where you could find out if you're going to heaven, and it just tracks you.
I think 76% chance that I will make it. Okay,
there's got to be that app. We see if there's got to be an app. Will I make it into heaven?
The Jesus app, the admittance app.
Yeah, and it's like a quiz, and they're like, "Have you ever been to?" I'm sure God's gonna be cool with strip clubs.
I mean, he hung out with Mary Magdalene. She was a full blown prostitute. So.
Yeah. Okay, so we're cool on that.
Jesus hung out with hoes, so it's fine.
Water to wine, I'm into there.
Got to do that.
Yeah. Don't cheat on my wife.
Don't cheat on your wife. You don't do that.
Didn't have a ton of premarital sex, but
that was in the past.
Yeah, that was in the past.
Yeah.
I don't talk shit about
Other
people, but I don't talk shit about people
unless there's a really good punchline in it.
Yeah. I'm pretty cool. I said today, my dad's in town, and my mom and dad, and I've had one blow up with my team. Like I say team, that sounds really weird, but like my assistant Peter, who I think you may have met, and then my trainer Lacey. We were in Europe, and they were trying not to get me to eat something. And they were like, "Hey, maybe we should just have a salad or something." And I lost it. I was like, no one ever tells me what the fuck to do. Yeah. No one tells me what to fucking do. If I want to eat fucking pizza, I'm eating fucking pizza, and
I feel you there because my dad did that to me when I was in 10th grade. I kid you not. We were at the Wendy's. You know, we were going to Wendy's, and he's like, "Hey, you want to get a baked potato and a salad?" I'm like, "No, I want the classic. I want the bacon classic, and I want a Biggie fry, and I want a Frosty. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Not freaking. Don't be telling me what you. Don't be trying to give me. Don't be forcing. Don't diet rape me. What's wrong with you? You can't diet rape me. You trying to force this down. Anyway, go ahead.
So yesterday, I think we talked about this, but I'm on steroids, right? Did I bring that up?
We didn't. But,
okay. I talked about my longevity coach.
Yes, you did.
So yesterday,
yes.
I take my pills and I take my testosterone.
Okay.
And I go, I'm going to get on the scale to see what I weigh.
Yeah.
And so let's have an honest judge. And my dad, real quick, he's he's working in my office, in my gym kind of, and he kind of swings around and he's like, "Oh, I want to see what this is." And I go, "No, Dad, I don't want you to see what my weight is because it's going to be an issue." And he goes, "No, it's a good place. You got to find out where you're starting at. You got to find out." My trainer's there and my assistant, both people that I lost my shit on in Europe. And I get on the scale and I'm 261. And, it's heavier than I've ever been. And I was like, motherfucker.
How tall are you though?
6'1". But okay. Still, it's way heavier than I've ever been.
Yeah.
So I get off and my dad goes, "Buddy, what the fuck? We got to fix this. Hold on. You know what? I can fix this. I can tell you what to eat. I can tell you." And so I go, "Dad, we're not going to do this right now." And I leave. And then my dad, to my trainer and my personal assistant, literally says, We need to fix this. We need to tell him what to eat. You guys need to get in control of him." He goes, "I've been in control of him and it's worked. But we need to get in control of him and not let him get certain things." And today, I had to drive over to do Netflix as a joke with Fortune and Tom. And Peter goes, "Hey man, I got a real clear vision of why you lost your shit in Europe." I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, we had a private conversation with your dad where he was basically saying we need to be in control of you and we need to tell you what to eat." And he goes, "All those triggers,
yep,
we saw." And I went, and I said, the only thing I've done good as a dad is realized the things
I don't want to do as a father.
But you don't get applauded for not browbeating your children.
Right.
But trust me, I want to. I want to so bad. I want to tell my daughter she got a fucking nose ring. I wanted to fucking light her up, but I had to bite my tongue and go, "Looks great. I love your choices." So cool. It's awesome. You look great.
You could still get your opinion off. A lot of the time, fathers don't understand how to articulate themselves in the best way that won't hurt the kid's feelings. Like,
yes,
you talk about your father was control. My father was like that as well.
Really?
He was controlling.
Was your dad military?
He worked for the government.
Okay.
But but he was just Like he'll tell you to. I could be driving with him today. He'll be like back into the space. Like he'll be like that.
You grew up in Norfolk?
In Norfolk, Chesapeake, Virginia.
Yeah. I remember it's because of the Virginia Beach Funny Bone.
Yeah.
And so yeah. Keep going. I'm sorry.
So, he would. I was overweight too when I was a kid. I was 250 at my heaviest. And what my father used to do.
God, you look great
now. That's because I won't go to that fucking place, dog.
Really?
Because I was literally thinking I had bad thoughts. I was like, I have to change this or I'm gonna get rid of this. I can't do this shit.
Yeah.
It was fucking with me that much because I got picked on everywhere. I got picked on at school. I got picked on at church. I got picked on in the neighborhood. I got picked on in my house. Like the only place I could go to was my room and close the door. And my sister was the only person who was really kind of watching me and being nice. Everybody else was mean as fuck. So I say that to say this. Parents don't understand sometimes the things that they're saying, the harshness, how it comes off because they're in the moment. So they don't know how to connect and give you the food the correct way. My father used to make me get on the scale in front of everybody in the house. He used to do that. He used to tell people, he used to tell my mother and my sister, get beside the scale. Jared, come over here, stand on the scale. And then when I was standing on the scale, he'd be like, God dang! Like he'd do that.
Yeah.
But what's funny now is that he's overweight and now I'm in shape. So Thanksgiving is very interesting when I go down. And I'm like, hey Tony, get on the scale real quick. Let's see what you are. Yeah. Oh, God dang, 220. Shit. Wow. Damn. Wow, man. You really need to get it together, bro. Woo. That's a lot of weight, fat boy.
You're in fantastic shape right now.
Now, because I'm here because, like I said, when I was in whenever that shell of Jared Pharoah, fuck Jay Pharoah. This is Jared Pharoah. When I was in that shell, dude, I was depressed. I was like, I'm saying, I got talked about. It messed with me every day.
Yeah.
Like, my parents thought I was closing my door, especially my dad. My dad thought I kept my door closed because I was jerking off all the time. I wasn't jerking off all the time. I was half the time. But for that other half, I was just closed off to the world of my own thing because that was my escape. It was my escape. If your mother's calling you fat ass, your father's talking about your weight, he's trying to help. He's like, look, man, let's get up, let's run. You got to get yourself in shape, but he doesn't know the best way to say it. So now I'm taking it as scrutiny. Like, what do you mean?
They don't know the best way to say it.
No.
And it's because they just never got the tools because their dad was just, their dad's had a real rough life. My dad's dad stormed the beaches in Normandy. You think he came home and was like,
no, tell
me about your day.
No, he was like, motherfucker, I'm alive.
I'm gonna go sit in the garage, drink beers, and listen to the Mets and smoke cigarettes. And so they don't have the tools.
Yeah.
God, man, that's crazy. So when did you? At what age did you start losing weight?
17.
17.
17
and what was
was a total
What was
flip.
the moment? How did you?
The summer of 2004. I just stopped giving a fuck. I was getting joked in school. They were calling me fat and all this shit. And I wasn't as fat as I was at the end of that summer.
Yeah.
But dude, I just heard it. So I heard people talking about me so much. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even care no more. And just started eating, started getting heavier. I was 250 at my heaviest. And then that January, I looked in the mirror and I just like, yo, I hate what I see. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I gotta get rid of this shit.
I saw it this morning. I did a video of me spinning in circles so I could track my weight loss. And so what was your plan? How did you attack it?
I didn't know how to lose weight, but I did know that my parents had a treadmill. I knew that if I tasted my cravings, I could spit out the food. I would eat sweets and I would spit it out to control my cravings. And I said, all right, let me stop eating a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simplify my diet to just eating salad with lemon juice and salt on it and a little bit of meat. I'm gonna do that for as long as it takes to get rid of this shit. Mm-hmm. It took me about 3.5, 4 months. I lost 75 pounds.
Holy shit.
I was running on a scale for level 6, 10 minutes a day. no matter what. Every day I do.
That's great. That's fucking great.
Yeah. And then it just, the weight, when you're big and your body first loses weight, it loses it drastically, especially if you keep on depriving it from what it's used to.
Yeah.
Like I didn't drink sodas, none of that shit. I took all of that and got it out of my diet. And they didn't even know who the hell I was when I graduated. They were like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I'm the guy that you used to titty rape." Remember that? We used to titty rape. Because this right here is violation.
Yep,
When somebody touches these.
When they go like that and get your little sensitive spot.
Yeah, and they do this and they lead a hand up.
Dude, there should be a word for it's not sexual assault, but the intimate bullying that happens to boys. Like the intimate bullying where you're like, yeah, man, you're not allowed to do that to me. Like, you can't do that to a girl. Please don't do that to me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's no different.
Like getting pissed on in the shower. I remember getting pissed on in the shower. I go, this is sexual assault. Like, this is not cool.
You got pissed on in the shower.
Fucking freshman year. That was the big fucking, every freshman got pissed on.
Why did they R. Kelly you in the shower? Why did they do that for?
Part of the gig.
It's just
so all boys Catholic high school, and you'd be showering, and they'd be like, "Hey man, is the water getting warmer?" And you go, "Huh?" And everyone's laughing, and you're like, "Oh, you're pissing on my leg."
Was Ignition playing? Why did you say?
No, that's before he even did it.
This was pre. This was Robert. This was early
1988.
Okay.
1988.
Yeah,
and what's crazy is when you start losing weight.
Yeah.
The best thing about losing weight is when you lose weight, it gives you that confidence boost.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got on the scale today. I think I've already told you this, but I got on the scale today and I lost 5 pounds yesterday.
Dope.
And my dad was like, he was there and he just goes, "Well, yeah, that's got to be a lot of water weight." And I go, "Yeah, obviously, but it's still low. The number's lower than it was yesterday.
Right.
How about just a little bit of a?" And I said that to Peter. And I go, "Can you acknowledge also that as I got on the scale today?" He goes, "Yeah, that's got to be a lot of water weight though." And I go, "Why wouldn't he just be like, hey man, that's good for you.
Right.
Keep it going, keep it up, you know?" But he doesn't mean it. Like that's the other thing is that we can have these conversations about our dads and understand who they are and understand their flaws and still love them as much as you can love someone
unconditionally. Absolutely.
And it's crazy. I hope God feels that way about me.
And he will. And he will, Bert, on some real talk, because you can always, it's never too late. As long as you're breathing, it's never too late.
Yeah.
I want to say this.
What's up?
You're married, look, there are some sleaze bags in this freaking industry.
Yeah.
Dude, you were one of the sweetest, one of the nicest, one of the funniest, and you're not a violator. Where you have all of this power that's coming, you have all of the fans, you have the love that's coming to you, but you haven't let that change you. Like you said, you don't step out on your wife, you don't do none of that because it's not worth it. It's not worth tarnishing your peace by adding that to it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So I think even now, brother, even now, if you connect to that higher power, brother, you are fine. You are great. It's me you got to worry. I'm still in these streets. When you got certain access to things and people more than you used to when you were little, and when you're little and you're watching these people and videos and things, and you you get older and you get in the industry, you have access to them. You might send a DM. They might end up at your house, and then you carrying out your childhood fantasy. You didn't just.
That's the crazy part is you actually have lived.
Yeah.
I think I'm really grateful my success came later in life because I don't know who I'd be today had it happened younger.
Yeah.
Like because you got the apple and all of it.
Yeah. I got SNL at 22. Charlie Murphy started taking me on a road with him when I was 19. So I have seen a lot and a lot of stars. 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 Nice stars. A lot of constellations around here.
I mean, what and it's like in a weird way, it's like at 22. At 22, God damn it.
And
And you've always lived in a social media world.
Always Live, yeah. Social media was getting hot when I first got on. Like Kevin Hart was blazing social media up. Twitter 2009, Twitter came out, it was a thing. MySpace was like 5 years old. Facebook was like 3-4 years old, some shit like that. Like it was the genesis of everything, bro. And now now you got your TikToks, you got all these other different apps or what have you. But I did a lot. I did a lot, and I think I'm at the point where everything I wanted to do, besides a couple of these ladies I done seen, I still got a couple of them on the hit list. But if I don't have
on the hit list, I want to put my hit list out.
Yeah,
of like the ones like I said. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Keep going. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
No. I said it's the only time I've ever gotten. I didn't get in trouble by my wife, but we did a podcast with Adriana Chechik, and I said to my wife, I said on the podcast, I think I'd be powerless over her. Like I think I'd be powerless.
Yeah,
it would be very hard to say no. And my wife's like, why would you say that? You know you wouldn't cheat on me. Why would you say that? And I was like, I'm just trying to be as a comic, you always want to go honesty first, vulnerability first, honesty second, and then live there and try to write the joke out of there. And I was like, obviously I'm trying to write a joke. I was like, and she's like, yeah, but you didn't fuck her. You were in the room with her. You didn't fuck her. She didn't come like why would you like? And I was like, babe, it's first of all, I'm trying to write a joke.
Yeah.
And she was like, and I was like, and then I had to really kind of assess like where, what, like, cause my wife isn't powerless over anyone. Like no one's got power over her. Like if Brad Pitt tried to kiss her, legit, she'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
She pushed him off.
Yeah. And so I was like, yeah, I was trying to write that, but there's got to be a hit list. I mean, like Angelina Jolie. How does my wife not understand that if she tries to kiss me, I'm gonna let it happen and then go whoa. But I'm definitely gonna let it happen for a minute and a half. Like whoa.
Wait.
yeah.
Those 5 minutes of being violated, I would never. How dare you kiss me?
Listen,
for 5 minutes?
it's also going to happen with Brad Pitt. If he kisses me, I'm going to let it happen. Jason Momoa.
I mean, it's Idris Elba. Yeah, you let
Idris
that happen
Elba.
too.
Bernard Hopkins. Come on. That's my wife's.
That's her hit list.
That's her hit list is Bernard Hopkins and Dwight Yoakam.
It's okay, and I think about it like this. I'm like, all right, if somebody like. Even if I was in, let's just say I was ASAP Rocky, and I was in that situation. Lucky motherfucker. If I was in that situation.
I don't know. I know ASAP Rocky's name only because of a rapper named Stormzy.
Are you kidding me?
I know, but I don't know I don't know him.
Oh, he's commandeering Rihanna.
Okay, I do know ASAP Rocky. I do know ASAP. Okay, yep. I do know ASAP Rocky because Shane Gillis and Mark Norman were making ASAP Rocky jokes at the Super Bowl because she's pregnant.
Yes.
Yep.
That's funny. They were making jokes because she's pregnant. Could you move a little more? I don't know what they were saying.
No, there was. Anyway. I'm not going to misrepresent their horrific abortion joke.
Oh boy. Oh Lord Jesus. Lord have mercy.
No.
But if I was ASAP Rocky and my woman is a billionaire. And she's like, yeah, hey, babe, just to let you know, me and LeBron slept with each other tonight. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, babe. See you later. I'm not gonna get pissed off. You're Rihanna. You're a billionaire.
Yeah.
It's just like cheating today. If Oprah cheats on you, so what? It's Oprah.
Yeah.
Hey, she's gonna buy you a fucking Rolls Royce afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm in my living conditions outweigh my feelings. So I'm fine.
That's interesting.
My
wife is the exact opposite. She would say your options are limited by your living conditions because I will kick you out of the fucking house. I would say Rihanna's.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
her fucking phenomenal.
Halle Berry, any of these women, I don't understand. Now, you have to understand that it don't matter how fine a woman is, she can be cheated on. That's some real talk. Yeah. It don't matter how fine or beautiful a woman, it doesn't matter if she licks the back of your taint and then works the tip and then hits it. Don't matter what she does.
Yeah.
A beautiful woman can get cheated on by any. You can see that evidence with Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce, one of the most beautiful women in the world, and he did what he did.
Were you old enough? You were not old enough, I don't think, to remember Hugh Grant and Elizabeth
I do
Hurley?
remember Hugh Grant and his running around on her. Yeah.
When he hooked up with that prostitute?
I was confused.
And then you saw that picture of that prostitute?
Yeah.
And then you saw Elizabeth Hurley and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It made no sense. But that's not a problem. It's the guy. It don't matter. It's the guy. Yeah. It's the whoever in their mind has already said that they're gonna cheat. They're gonna freaking do it.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
I think you're right. I think it's also the same thing with diet. Is if you decide you can go into that fridge, you'll start opening that fridge all the time. And if you're on a diet, you open the fridge and then go close it and go, I don't need anything in there, or I'll have some celery or something.
Yep.
But if you know, like there's been times I've known I'm about to fuck up pizza, and I'm watching myself go, don't go, like a zombie is taking over my body. I did it with. This is gonna sound fucking insane. I did it with an edible this week where I said to everyone, I'm going to stop eating edibles.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm done eating edibles because I'm having a hard time recovering the next day. Like, and I can't work out, and I would rather just drink and then just not have the most restful sleep. And I did this thing. I don't even know I don't think anyone will understand this behavior, but I went, I opened the edibles and I was like, definitely not having one of these. And then I grabbed it and I went, not putting it in my mouth. And then went,
not digesting it.
And then I ate it. And then the next day I go, what the fuck? I do it with hot sauce. I can't eat hot sauce anymore. I don't know. I fucked my stomach up. And I still.
What type of edible was this?
No. It wasn't a hot sauce edible.
Oh, okay.
It was, although I do have a sriracha edible.
I mean, but what edible was it? Because you said you had hot sauce with it too.
No.
Okay.
No, I do that. I do the same thing I did with the edible. I do it with hot sauce.
Got you.
Where I'll go I got a breakfast burrito. They're really fucking great breakfast burritos wherever we were. They're the best breakfast burritos. They had chopped up ham inside, and cooked it, browned it just a titch with some great American cheese and a big egg, and the tortillas were flour, and my mouth's fucking watering. And I said, I took a bite.
Describing it.
It's so good. I took a bite and I went, this is great. It would be great with hot sauce. And I was like, you're not allowed to have hot sauce. I said, no one's looking. I'm the only one that's going to pay the tax of this hot sauce.
You're the only one.
Sure enough, I'm getting ready to go on stage. I'm like, I have fucking diarrhea again. I can't believe this.
You didn't take some Tums? You didn't even at least Tums it, man?
No, Tums doesn't work for my diarrhea. It's pretty explosive. And now that I'm on my whole fucking regiment, it's been pretty aggressive. I shit the bed this morning. I'm down 5 pounds. Who cares?
Doesn't matter how you get there.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you're coming out with this for Fully Loaded.
Me too, man.
I'm so fucking excited,
dude. I look, just being artistically, I feel like I'm in the best comedic shape of my life.
Oh, you're murdering. You're murdering. I talked to, what was it? You were just in, when I was in Columbus, you were at the club.
Yeah.
And you sold out your whole fucking weekend. And I think I'd reached out to the club. We were going to try to come over after my show. And they were like, oh, he's fucking destroying. And I so badly wanted to come over and watch. But yeah, you're such a fucking unique talent. I say it like, you have all the abilities, you have all the skill set of Jim Carrey, but you have so much more. You have so much more access. I don't mean this disrespectful to him, but where you are in your career is beyond where he was at your age. Yeah, so you're doing so much fucking big stuff. I'm so glad you're coming. It's going to be such a if I'll say one thing about me is I will never poop my own horn, toot my own horn,
toot your own horn,
honk my own horn, toot my own horn about me being a good guy or about me being a good comic. But the one thing I will toot my horn about is I am a very good judge of good people and great comics.
Absolutely.
And so that is only the people on this festival. This fucking Fully Loaded is the funnest, the coolest,
can't wait.
the best comics, the greatest. We got Tiffany just added to it.
I can't wait.
And I ran into Tiffany at NASCAR, the Daytona 500, and she was
ready.
yeah.
Bert, I'm ready to get on that stage. I'm ready. I'll kill that shit. She ready.
That's a really good tip. She was sitting behind me, and she was like, and we were in a box, and she was like, can you imagine doing stand-up at like one of these? She goes, I bet they'd like it. And what she didn't know is Fully Loaded last year we did a raceway.
Man.
And it was fucking insane. And I go, Tiff, I got that option. If you're interested, I got that option. I'll send you an offer. I go, don't feel obligated to say yes. I'm going to send you an offer. So we sent her an offer. And literally all my agents are like, you're absolutely not getting Tiffany Haddish. Like,
And you
there's
got
no
her.
way. And then Tiffany was like, yeah, I'll do it. It's Lewis Black, me, you, David Tell, Mark Norman, Shane Gillis, Big J. Okerson, fucking Tiffany Haddish, Fortune Feemster, Chad Daniels. Do you know Chad Daniels?
No, I've never.
Dude.
Hilarious. I
Dude,
can't
Chad Daniels. Chad Daniels is the fucking tits. That guy is one of the fucking funniest human beings you'll ever fucking see. I'm doing a little bastard story of Chad Daniels, and I'm sorry if I ruined this, Chad. So Chad's out of Minnesota, comes out to LA, and he's fucking red hot. Like, I mean, the industry is fucking bubbling about him. He brings his wife out. I think they have a kid, and he goes, the fuck is this? I'm on the road. My fucking family's out here in LA. I'm never home in LA. It's so far to get everywhere. He's like, is this the life I want? And now, mind you, he's like 30 years old, I think, at the time. I'm guessing, maybe a little younger. And he goes, fuck it, I'm going back to Minnesota. I'm going to do the road from Minnesota. I'll live out in the woods with my family. I'll have my family, all my friends and families will be around. Our families will be right there. And I'll raise my kids the way I want them to be raised. And then if it means that I'm not getting a sitcom or I'm not going to do a movie, that's fine. I can still do stand-up.
Yeah.
So he moves to Minnesota and just does that. And then his kids grow up, they go to college, and he's like, I'm ready to fucking hit the road again. Like, and he did the road the whole time, but now he's like back out hard. He's on it. Just did a special in Madison. He did 2 shows and recorded 2 different separate specials. He's a monster. You are going to love him. You're going to love him. He is a monster. And the cool thing about Chad is kind of always been a little bit on the outside because he lived out there. So there's a lot of dudes he hasn't really hung and partied with. Yeah. And he's a fun fucking hang.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be a fucking blast. My daughters are coming out. They're going to be our PAs.
Man. My daughters and sons are coming because they're still inside of me. You know,
you're going to bring them with?
Yeah. I have no choice. I mean, I might lose some of them on the tour. You know,
That's the hard part when you have kids. There's an old joke I used to have. Once you have kids, you realize when you jerk off that could have been. You're like, oh, he would have had my eyes.
Yo, can we talk about, one of the best whack-off jokes I've heard, was from Gilbert Godfrey.
He was like, if masturbation was a crime, I'd be on death row.
Like, I was like, yo, that's so, because you're killing all of your kids.
He said, Patrice O'Neal once said, if you could get someone pregnant from jerking off, my bathroom sink, my bathroom tub's drain would be pregnant as fuck.
He jerks off in the shower.
Jesus. I mean, I heard him fuck a couple times. He made noises.
Does he scream like that?
No, it was. I apologize, Patrice, if you're listening to this. It was like, wait.
Oh, like, that's just his body. The suction.
Yeah, it was just, and you'd hear it in the next room. I'd be in the next room, and I'd be like, "Oh man, he is fucking. They are fucking."
Sound like somebody climbing the wall with suction cups.
It did, yeah. Like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. It was fucking. It was loud. What's the matter? Oh, I mean, Rachel, we should get you a mic.
People just. Mine is different. Well, my noise is I'm so intense. I'm so fucking intense. Can I just say this? I'm really intense. But the other party makes usually the noise is what the fuck? Like I love because it's a surprise. It's like because like all right, okay. Let me say this. I'm nice. It's nice, right? It's nice when it's regular.
Yeah.
It's nice, but when it get worked up, like a Jack in the Box. You know what I mean? So it's like you winding this thing up, and you're seeing it. This nice thing go to this monster, and it's just the eyes get bigger and bigger as it keeps progressing. And that's what I like.
I hope I get to see your dick this summer.
You
Fully loaded. Fully loaded.
fully loaded.
Jay Pharoah's fully loaded.
It's fully loaded dick. I saw it. It's just nice.
If you can just get me one, all I need is one picture of you in bike shorts, kind of aroused, so I can just go this summer fully loaded. Jay Pharoah, post your dates.
Coming to a browser site near you. Also.
Oh, dude, this has been a blast, man. It's always so good talking to you.
Yes,
I can't
sir.
wait for this summer. We're gonna have a fucking blast.
I can't wait, dude.
We're gonna have so much
pumped.
fucking fun.
And I can't wait to meet Shane either because he's funny as fuck, but I've never met him. I've seen his special. He's great, man.
He's one of the he's like there's someone he texted me one day. I've had this compliment a couple times. He texted me one day and he goes, "Just so you know, you're one of the top 5 hangs there are in this world. Like just to hang and drink with and party with and like bullshit with." And I was like, I took that as a really great compliment. And then I did Pardon My Take, and PFT it said, you know, just so you know, like you seem like one of the top 5 hangs. And I was like, yeah, Shane legit is a top 5 hang.
Word.
Like he's a bro. Like he's all about joking around, all about comedy, all about funny shit. Like just being funny.
Mm-hmm.
Loves to kill some beers and fucking hang out. I think everyone will eat mushrooms every now and then, but like he's not a big drug guy, so he doesn't need to be like, you know, just like cold beer, good hang fucking guy. Mark Norman's the same way. Fucking
Yeah, absolutely.
Big J. Oaks is my favorite human being alive.
Yeah, I've met everybody except for Chad
Daniels.
I haven't met Chad, but I know everybody else up there.
Tammy Pescatelli's coming.
Oh wow, I've never met.
Tammy Pescatelli is a fucking.
Have I met?
No. I think she's living in Ohio now.
Okay.
She's just one of those monsters. She's been doing stand up for so long that it is. She could do anything on stage.
Can I ask you a question? Is she like comparatively to a Jessica Kirson?
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
She's fucking. She's one
pop.
of the funniest people on this planet.
Just polished. I mean, just polished. Like really fucking tight.
Yeah.
And can improv, can crowd work, can do anything. And for real, like my favorite thing about Tammy is like we did Guys Grocery Games together a long time with me, her, and Lonnie Love. And I think that
Shout
was
out
it.
to Lonnie.
Yeah. And she just comes into my dressing room and sits down and just like, can we talk shit for a second? And I was like, fuck yes. And just a comic like this, just like, and I think only comics really understand that, but like no pretense, no fucking, no nonsense.
Judgment.
Just, I'm a comic, you're a comic. Let's talk comedy. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about where have you been? Let's talk about clubs. Let's talk about, just a fucking monster. I love Tammy. And so it's going to be a fucking great, I'm so excited to watch Lewis Black work.
Oh yeah. Put the fingers in.
Yeah. He's like a fucking legend. Him and Attell did the first theater tour out of comics that I knew of. Him, Attell, and Hedberg did this Comedy Central theater tour that was like a monster tour. Monster tour. Now it's amazing to see where comedy is going and where it is, because now it's like it's not the biggest theaters in the world. Now you look at what the theaters that everyone's doing and you're like, Jesus Christ, man, things have blown up like crazy.
Yep.
These were the 3 best comics in the game. Lewis Black was on the Daily Show murdering every single night, and that's like comedy now where it is. It's like we're doing fucking arenas and stadiums. We're doing anything at the Gorge. It's going to be an epic fucking summer.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a fun fucking summer, man. And like I said, and Leanne said this, anything you need, let us know. Anything you want, let us know. Anything that makes it a little more fun for you, let us know, because
I'm like, well, you asked. You asked for it, Bert. You asked for it. You asked for it, man.
I'm so glad we're friends, man. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for doing Fully Loaded, and fuck yeah, I can't wait to see your dick.
Yes.